The people, the headlines, the issues impacting you, all on This Week in Cincinnati on 9 on Your Side.
My reaction is that Joe made the right decision, and he's a man of his word. He said on the radio the other day, last week, that after talking to the jurors, if he thought there was no way he could secure a conviction, he would not prosecute a third time.
Welcome back, and joining us now is Ray Tensing's attorney, Stew Mathews. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Craig.
You say that Prosecutor Deters made the right choice. If you could flip sides and you were a prosecutor, would you have tried this a third time?
Absolutely not. I talked to the same jurors that Joe talked to, and I got the same response. And one juror told me that the way they got along in the jury room during deliberations, there was no hostility, no hard feelings. Everybody got to express their opinions, and she said, if you could not get a unanimous decision out of this jury, I don't think you'll ever find a jury that will be unanimous.
That's not an easy answer for folks who are watching now or watch the announcements that day, because there are people on both sides of the issue. Some wanted a third trial, others were happy there wasn't one because of wasted tax-paying dollars, etc. There are a number of issues that we've heard,
yes,
and concerns from people. So how do you best explain that?
Well, my feeling is it was the right decision. After talking with the jurors, I don't think it's any secret race plays a role in the jury makeup. And my understanding is, or my knowledge is, we had 5 African-American jurors on the two different juries, and not a single one of them would vote for not guilty. And I was told that there was nothing I could have said or done that would have made any kind of difference in that.
A change of venue, would that have made a difference?
Probably not. Again, it's my understanding that had we had a change of venue, the Supreme Court would pick a place for us to go, and they would try to find a county with similar demographics to Hamilton County.
You heard Tarina Allen speaking there, clips at least, from her news conference following Joe Deters' announcement. Some very aggressive comments at times. Is Tensing concerned for his safety when he hears some of the aggression that's out there and concern from many who supported Sam DuBose? Is he concerned for his life?
Absolutely. And I've been notified by law enforcement that they are aware of threats that have been made to him and asked me to make him aware of that. And where he lives, the police agency there, I think, pays special attention to his place.
Has he spoken at all about moving on, moving out of state, kind of going into hiding, so to speak?
No, I don't think he'd ever go into hiding, but I think, I think he has thought seriously about leaving Ohio. But again, we have this Department of Justice investigation hanging out there, so he's still in limbo pretty much.
Is he required to stay in Ohio while that investigation goes on?
No, not at all. I mean, he's at this point, there's nothing holding him here. The charge is dismissed and he can do what he wants. But his family is here, and he has a girlfriend here, so.
Will you remain the attorney on record for the federal case if it were to come about?
That would be up to Ray.
Okay.
When we discussed a third trial, I gave him kind of the opportunity to seek other counsel if he wanted, and he asked me if I would stay on. So I think if a federal issue arises, I would still be there.
Prosecutor Deters made a comment during his one-on-one interview with Tanya O'Rourke that we're going to hear a little bit later in the show, but I do want to play one part of this for you and get your reaction.
Okay.
What I would love Ray Tensing to do would be for him to apologize to the DuBose family, because he never has, ever, and it makes me sick to my stomach.
So Prosecutor Deters, they're asking if Tensing would ever apologize. Is that something that's ever going to happen?
Well, I would doubt it, for a couple reasons. Number one, I'm not sure, I don't believe he has anything to apologize for. Ray feels terrible about what happened to Sam DuBose, but Sam DuBose brought that on himself, and Ray was justified in what he did, and I don't think he has any reason to apologize. But after I saw Tarina Allen's comments after the announcement there wouldn't be a third trial, I'd almost be afraid to put Ray Tensing anywhere near the DuBose family.
We get a lot of of calls into the Feedback Friday hotline on tensing side of the story. And we've explained over and over that we have obviously put many requests through you and straight to the tensing family to say, we'd love to hear your side of the story. We would love to talk to you. Is that ever going to happen?
Probably not. I mean, no offense, but you know, we don't have any obligation to talk to you or any other media. Right. Ray has remained silent, partially on his own accord, but mainly because I've told him and his family to let's see what plays out here. And again, as long as this potential Department of Justice investigation is out there, I don't see where Ray can be served any way but bad if he starts talking.
Does he still talk about wanting to be a police officer?
I think he would love to be a police officer. I don't know that that's realistic, but you know, that's what his entire life goal and mission was. And I think he was an excellent police officer, despite what a large number of the community feel.
U.S. Attorney's Office, have they been in touch with you at all?
No, and I wouldn't expect they will be. I think they'll do their own thing in their own time.
Do you know if they've been in touch with Ray Tensing?
Well, I know they haven't been in touch with Ray Tensing.
Okay. Well, Stew Mathews, thank you so much for joining us today. I certainly appreciate you going over some of the details. It's been a long 2 years for both you, your law firm, and of course, Ray Tensing as well.
Okay, thank you, Craig.
Thank you. Appreciate it.